Brian, first off, coming from your point of view and your perspective and in your research in hate crimes, and could you give me a sense of how Black Lives Matter as a movement has been portrayed in media, and has that been a fair assessment in how they've been portrayed in media to this point in time?
I think it depends on the venue. I think it depends on the news source. I think some media has been wonderful in accurately reporting just the incredible work that BLM has been doing. And what you have to understand, I'll tell you something, the first thing I did as a lawyer was representing a variety of different groups led by Reverend C.T. Vivian's group. Reverend Vivian passed away last year on the same day as Congressman Lewis. And he was beaten by Sheriff Jim Clark in Selma in 1965 around voting rights. He was trying to get elderly Black people in the middle of a February day to get to register to vote who have never registered to vote before. And they included the folks who grew up in the Deep South, right, in the early 1900s. So they actually had a real live connection to people who were enslaved, okay? And he would say something to young people, and he was so disarming with charm, with brilliance, but also with a certain type of Christian grace that you can't describe it, you can't bottle it, it just is. And he would be so thrilled to talk to young people in particular. And he would say to them, "We've been waiting for you." And when I went to these BLM rallies, that's what it was. These are the children and the grandchildren of the civil rights era, and they are carrying on the flame. I am so incredibly awestruck and proud of what they did. They started with this kind of loose grassroots movement that came about from the horrible killings that we saw earlier in the last decade. And what they really did was coalesce something that by last year, you had John Lewis, you had Reverend Vivian. This became, after an interesting start, and you know, any grassroots movement, they folks in that will tell you all the warts and all, but I'll tell you, God bless every one of them, because we would not have now the kind of attention paid to the policy and legislative stuff that we're trying to do. You know, a lot of good words are nice, and I like that. And I'm happy that there are allies, but we have to roll up our sleeves and do things. And as a direct result of these people who knew that Black Lives Matter was not only about protecting Black lives and acknowledging this, but acknowledging that if we are going to be the America of our aspirations, we can't do it without them. That's it.